my channel. Today's video is going to be super different because I have a special guest that hopefully will stay in my lap the whole way through. But I wanted to make a video like this for a while, and the reason why I wanted to do it today, sit down and do it, it's because I've seen so many posts and people talking about buying dogs, and like I saw a girl tweet that I know, she was like, I'm thinking of buying another dog, which breed should I get? And I don't know why, that just breaks my heart. So I decided that maybe if I do a video, I'll impact at least like one person that's thinking about getting a pet and they'll adopt instead of buy a dog. So as you guys may know, if you know me at all or if you watch my videos before, this is my dog. I love him, he's the love of my life, and I got him around this time last year, actually in May last year, from the Houston Animal Control Shelter place. So I've rescued dogs before. My mom is an avid dog adopter and rescuer, so I do have a lot of like experience with dogs being adopted from shelters and stuff like that. My best friend actually and her boyfriend just recently adopted a puppy from a shelter. So basically in this video I just wanted to like kind of shed some light in the adopting thing, and you could get a beautiful dog just like mine. So I did a whole video about Bolt's story and just a pet tag, and I will link that down below. But basically I got Bolt, like I said, last year, about a year ago, and I just went to an animal shelter with my mom and my best friend, and I was completely heartbroken. They had dogs like covered in poop, and they had dogs cold and shivering. It was the saddest experience of my entire life, and when I saw the condition that those dogs were in, I was straight up depressed. Like I just needed to get at least one dog out of there, and I didn't care if it was the prettiest dog or the healthiest. I just wanted to get a dog out of there. So I was talking to the girl that was giving us a tour, and she told me that in this section where he was, it was like quarantine, so basically those were the dogs that they would kill first. And I was so depressed by hearing that, because there were baby puppies with their moms, there was a Siberian Husky, there were just so many beautiful sweet dogs in that area. And I saw him and he was pretty messed up, not gonna lie. I'll put some pictures right now so you can see, but he had around his neck, he had like a string mark right here, and then he had one as well in his belly, and he had a chunk of hair missing in the back because someone like threw acid at him or something. It was quite depressing. So when I first saw him, I wasn't like completely drawn to him, but he kept looking at me. My best friend like noticed instantly that he kept just like looking at me, even though there were 4 people in that room. So that's how I got Bolt. Like I decided to get him out of there, and it was honestly the best decision I've ever made. He was obviously not this beautiful when I got him. He was disgusting. Like he was so dirty, so messed up. He was sick, like, you know. But in a matter of like 3 months, he was completely healthy, completely beautiful, and he is the love of my life. I don't regret for a second getting him. I paid literally $25. He was neutered, chipped, and he had some vaccines. So that's all I paid for a dog like this. And honestly, right now he looks like a straight up pom. So that's one of the benefits. Like it's always gonna be cheaper. They're always gonna come neutered and with vaccines, depends on when you get them and stuff like that. So if you're like debating, like if you don't have the money to get a dog, because you know, dogs are like $3,000 if you want to get like, I don't know, a golden retriever puppy, then definitely the shelter is a more affordable option. They're so cheap. They come with so many benefits, and the best part about it is not that you're spending less money, but that you're saving a dog's life and you're making them happy again, and you know, just you're making them whole. You're giving them a home. The other day I actually decided to go with my friends to ASPCA, and there were so many dogs there that got surrendered by their owners. Either their owners died or their owners just didn't want them anymore, they couldn't keep them. And honestly, could you imagine just living your life in a happy home, you know, thinking you have a family, getting used to that family for who knows how many years, and then ending up in an animal shelter? That is the most depressing thing I could ever think of. Like I could never let go of a dog that's so attached to me, or like I feel like dogs are just part of the family. So many of those dogs were there because their owners surrendered them, and I just think that's just the most depressing thing in the world. So that's another reason why you should definitely adopt dogs. There's so many beautiful dogs that used to have a home, they used to be happy, and now they're in this like tiny little cage, barking at every single person that they see, trying to get out. The point of me making this video is not to tell you the story about my dog, but basically I get asked so often when I'm walking him, people see his pictures, they're like, oh my god, what breed is your dog? Where do you get him? What's a breeder's number? And I'm like, he's from the animal shelter, he's from the animal shelter. And there's this misconception that dogs from the animal shelter have to be like ugly or, I don't know, messed up or whatever. And there's no such thing, because no dogs are ugly in my opinion. But the fact that like people think that they can never get like breeder dogs or like more like popular dogs at an animal shelter is such a lie. So I proceed to tell you the story that happened with my best friend, her boyfriend, and me. We went to dinner one night and he told me that he wanted a Siberian Husky puppy for the summer. This was like around February, and I got so mad at him that I was like, Jake, I swear to God, if you buy a dog, I will literally never talk to you again. Because there's so many dogs in this animal shelter. Every kind, from every size, every breed, whatever you can think of, there is at this animal shelter. And he was like, no, I don't believe you, blah, 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 blah. I decided to go one random day with my brother and his best friend just to go and see dogs, because I love to like take them out of their cages and give them love. And I saw 3 Siberian Huskies. They weren't puppies, but they were Siberian Huskies, like pure Siberian Huskies. And I sent him pictures and he couldn't believe it. So I want to say like a month later, he went to the animal shelter and he completely fell in love with this tiny little mixed puppy. He was like the most adorable puppy. I'll insert a picture right now so you can see him. They actually got him and they still have him. His name is Gunner. They fell in love with him. He's the most amazing dog in the world. Like, I'm so happy for them to get Gunner, and they completely saved him. The guy, when they went to animal shelter to see the dogs, told them that if he didn't get adopted, he was gonna get killed like the next week, which is so depressing. My point here is that, first of all, if you have your mindset on a breed or a specific dog type or size or anything, that's like not necessarily what you want or what you need to get. I feel like once you meet the dog, you'll make like an instant connection. Like Jake, like all the time he was like, I want a Siberian Husky puppy, and there was Huskies at that shelter, but he ended up getting a completely different dog. So don't have this like misconception that like golden retrievers or, I don't know, a German Shepherd. I've seen so many of those dogs at animal shelters, labs, pit bulls, like Siberian Huskies, so many amazing beautiful dogs. Like Bolt is like a Pomeranian mix, like so many dogs that you can't even imagine. So I feel like if you take the time, if you really want a dog, maybe take like a day to go to an animal shelter or two and kind of look around. And if you make a connection with a dog, I promise you it's gonna be so much more worth it than to go to a breeder and spend $3,000, $4,000 on a purebred puppy or dog or whatever. Like, you're gonna change an animal's life, and trust me, these animals are so much more grateful. They've been through tough times. They've lived in awful conditions. They've been surrendered by their owners. Like, I can't even imagine what these animals have gone through. They've been like abused and, you know, all those awful things, and you're saving him, you're rescuing him. He looks at you like, oh my God, you literally saved me from this awful place. And they're just gonna be so grateful to you and so happy. And here I am crying once again, but I just can't even, like, hold on, I can't cry like in front of a damn camera. Anyway, not to end on a negative note, but just so you know how bad it is, these dogs are getting killed every single day. Puppies, older dogs, cute dogs, big dogs, little dogs. Any dog gets killed every single day because there's not enough space, because not a lot of dogs get adopted. So know how bad it is. Like, tell your friends how really bad it is. If they're gonna spend $3,000 on a dog just to check the animal shelter first, like, I swear you won't regret like saving a dog, adopting a dog. They're gonna be so grateful and so perfect, and they're just gonna love you so much. So please, 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 if you really want to get a dog, if your mom wants to get a dog, or anyone you know, please encourage them to see an animal shelter first, to go and consider just getting a dog from there. It's just so much better. Trust me, you're gonna be saving like a life that, oh my god, I just can't. So please, 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 if you take anything from this video, take that such a perfect dog came out of a terrible, terrible animal shelter that he was gonna get killed within days if I didn't get him out. And look at him now, he's absolutely precious. He thinks I'm like mad at him because I'm like talking like that, but he's perfect, and he's seriously the nicest, sweetest dog, and the best thing I've ever done, and the best thing that's ever happened to me, I swear to God. So please, 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 go to an animal shelter, give love like to some puppies and some doggies, and please, please, please don't just focus on puppies. Bolt is 3 years old, and look at him, he's perfect. So please, 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 please go to an animal shelter if you're considering getting a dog, and adopt, don't shop, please, and change an animal's life. And if you see an animal on the streets, please try to get him out of there if you can. If not, call someone and give him food or something, because that's also very important. But thank you so much for watching. Bolt is telling me that he's had it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if this video got very emotional, but I feel very strongly about this, and I just can't even. Let's leave it at that. Don't forget to subscribe. My videos are usually more uplifting and fun than this, but I really wanted to put this out there on the internet to hopefully change someone's mind. Again, thank you for watching. I love y'all. And if you've adopted a dog, or if you saved a dog from an awful shelter, I love you automatically. You're amazing, and God is gonna give so much back to you for doing that. So bye guys, I'll talk to you guys in my next video.